Well, it's done. All the parts are on. I feel I need to do a little bit of work, paint work on the tracks. When I say it's done, really all I had to do since last time was put a load of the little funny little bits on. Interestingly, this in the instructions is there, but it runs down the slope slightly. There are no holes. There are no holes for the pins on any of these. Similar problems over here, but in the photographs and on, I can't think what, something else, the fire extinguishers over there, all these things are painted sand colour anyway, which I know does happen. I think I mentioned that before, but I really rather fancy a little bit of colour. Oh, markings. Oh, did I get rid of them? Right, we'll have to look into that, won't we? But here we have it in tank busting mode. And at least I can say, with hand on heart, all the parts are on, but not the figures. Oh, and I've got to cut the little hooks off. I forgot all about them. Quite like them. Never mind. So yeah, this is the tank. Here we are. As I say, that part was missing. So one day I'll probably find something that will go on nicely. But apart from that, what a gorgeous model. Absolutely wonderful, despite the gap, which I really should have thought through better. Should have put the gap at the back, not the front. But yeah, just absolutely marvellous. I really do enjoy the Monogram ones. There's a sturdiness about the plastic, there's a solidity about the whole model, and they just work. They really do. Oh, and I haven't glued that ring down, that upper section, so that I can get the crew in. Not too much filth. Not too much. Oh, I've been pondering, how do you get in? I think I might have said that before. How do you get in? I assume you climb on there and you climb over there. Which means this area and this over here, oops, will be rather expressing signs of wear and tear. There we are. Interesting one. I might deal with that when we get all the figures done. I do like this model. I do like this kind of tank as well. The anti-aircraft tank. They're always fascinating. Bizarre shapes. I enjoy the one with the 4 guns. Is that the... I can't remember. This is the Ostwind, isn't it? Anyway. They are great fun. Oh, and I haven't used a hot knife there. We might talk about that later. So yeah, let's think about it a little more. So here's just a little digression. There's this rather nice little book, great illustrations on the whole, and there's a little passage on the 4-gun monster. There we go. Whirlwind. Very bright tonight. And I'll just read 2 little bits. So it says, the whirlwind, that's it, was the German answer to the increasing threat posed to German armoured columns by Allied fighter bombers. Most earlier self-propelled anti-aircraft mounts had single or twin 20mm (0.7-inch) armament and little armour protection for the crews. The Flak Panzer IV was designed to correct both these deficiencies by having a 4-barreled 20mm weapon in a fully enclosed open-topped turret. And then it goes on to discuss a few details, but further down, by the autumn of 1944 the 20mm Flak 38 was found to be less effective than the 37mm Flak 43, and production of the Whirlwind was halted in favour of the Ostwind, East Wind, a very similar vehicle with a single barrel 37mm gun. Now I know it's all about the size of the thing you're flinging out the end, the missile, but it's just interesting that most earlier self-propelled anti-aircraft mounts had single or twin guns, so they made a 4-gun one and then replaced it with a 1-gun one. So it's interesting how the pendulum swings back and forth, is what I'm thinking. To be honest with ourselves, it is not a day for aircraft anyway, is it? Look at this. I think the crew of this vehicle will have a day off unless some tanks come by. Let's face it, round here you've got to make the most of a still day. I don't have to battle with the wind blowing, and look at all these berries. And the birds haven't eaten one. Oh, that could mean things are going to turn bad later on in the year, couldn't it? What do you reckon, mate? Severe lack of concern. You're alright, you got your wool on. But yep, look at that. Quiet day, very still. Great day to take pictures of plastic tanks. I could have referred to the box lid to find out if it was an Ostwind. It is. I knew it was. But look at it. I had to prop it up, and I've ended up supporting it with bits of junk. Get rid of that now. I don't want to. I always think these things are so precious, but it's just horrible. I hate mould. If you lived in Leeds like I have, you'd hate mould too. Mind you, if you lived in Britain like I have, you'd hate mould too. Particularly northern Britain, although this area isn't as bad as places like Leeds. I think it's more exposed to brisker winds, but anyway, the instructions can go as well. Old stuff. Oh, I might hang on to that. I'll hang on to it for the minute. There we go, decision made. So, thank you for watching. This one, they've all taken a while, but there's all those things in real life getting in the way. Let's see if we can wind the Sterling up soon and move on to some other interesting things. How about that? What a promise. Let's hope I can keep it. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon.